Hello and welcome to the first ever Nerdgasm Podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Ian. Every week, we will talk about things like games, movies, internet videos, and gadgets. Sometimes we may do things on classic, old school games, and issues in the media alongside good old rants.
This week's game is Alien vs Predator, our movie is The Book of Eli, and our internet things include a flash game called Fractal, a video about barrel rolls, and the portal gun in TF2. Alright, straight into Alien vs Predator 3. This is the third one in the series. The first one wasn't as popular as the second one, which was actually very popular. The third one, well, it looked pretty, and it has a nice campaign, as we've seen so far. What was your favourite missions, or campaign, actually?
Oh, my favourite campaign in this game was the Marine campaign, because it had some distinct horror features in it that made you actually feel something, as opposed to the other campaigns, which it felt like, since you're obviously stronger than all the other ones, it didn't have that sense of fear as the Marine campaign does.
Yeah, on that note, I actually did like the Alien campaign because you got that sense of dominance over everyone else. You could just go out and kill things without having to think about what's happening next.
Well, they did. If the Marines realized you were there, they would turn around and blow the hell out of you.
Yeah, that's true.
You didn't really stand much of a chance against the giant machine guns, you know.
Yeah. Oh well. The multiplayer, that was really, really bad. Not the actual gameplay when you're in the game, that was fine, except the matchmaking. That is what pissed me off. Like, you could sit there for 20 minutes and you couldn't find a game. And then, I don't know how it was on the PS3. It was
well, I came home one day, turned on my PS3. It was like the day after I got it. Sat down. I went into matchmaking. I went out, made myself something to eat, came back. Oh, it's not ready. Went out, did something else. Came back like 20 minutes later. So it's been like, I don't know, 40, 60 minutes. I'm still not in a bloody game. I'm sitting in the bloody lobby and nothing's happening.
That is pretty appalling. Although the update did fix it and made it slightly faster on the PC, but that's
we didn't get the update. PS3 didn't get the update until like 3 weeks, a month ago. So
geez. The good things about Alien vs Predator, it looks very, very pretty.
Very. And
it was made by Rebellion, which did make some of the other ones. The bad, well, the matchmaking, as we've already said, that was a bad point. One of the other things was they tried to implement the class system, the way that you gain XP, you level up.
There was really no point to it unless like you wanted the extra skins for your players.
That was the only point.
I just want to add, like, what I felt in the... Well, what I noticed in the Predator campaign is if you try to sneak up on someone, you could go, like... You take 20 minutes to sneak up on someone, go as slow as possibly can, and they would still notice you.
That was very annoying when I was playing
Sucked.
Yeah, when we saw the Book of Eli the other day, we could see that the people who had obviously made this movie and thought up of the idea had played Fallout 3, whatever, and they liked the series.
I mean like you got at the beginning you got this lone wanderer walking down the road, and a bunch of bandits ambush him, and he kicks all their asses.
It's pretty much like when you're the player, you're just wandering around and you just mind your own business, trying to get somewhere, and then raiders pop out and try and get you. So this is what this bloke was doing with the book. He's protecting the book. He's getting to a town, just like you would in the game. It's crazy, the similarities. If you ever watch it, or if you have watched it, watch it again and think of Fallout 3. It is crazingly similar.
When you see one of the particular gunfight scenes where he comes out of this hotel and the whole town is out to get him, just think, when he shoots everyone, he's using VATS, because that's how amazingly accurate he is. When you see him, he'll just turn around and get some crack shot on the sniper on top of the building.
It is pretty badass scenes. I mean, the scenes are pretty cool. At one point, there's just cars exploding everywhere. There's bullets flying. There's this coward running off in the distance because he doesn't want to fight the invincible lone wanderer. There's a lot of odd twists in the movie as well. Like, I've got to say, the story seems to wrap itself up at the very end, though, like it's trying to rush itself to the finish. That's one of the things I didn't like about it. The twists, so very unexpected. Not going to spoil them for you. So go watch the movie, and yeah, suppose it's a recommendation.
It's well worth your $11 depending on where you're gonna go see it. Alright, first in our lineup of things we found on the internet, within like last week, Alex found a flash game called Fractal. It's a puzzle game. It involves hexagons and pushing said hexagons. Alex, would you like to tell us more about it?
Yeah, when you push the hexagons, you've got to make a bloom. Blooms are made by, I think it's 7 of them. And you push them into the blooms by the other hexagons. So you've got a limited number of pushes. You push the hexagons up to make a big one where you get points. Get enough points, finish level, continue on.
Right, and all these levels have... with the more challenging levels, you have multiple colors, so you get all your hexagons mixed up and that sort of stuff. You get power-ups to give you a bit more of an edge in more challenging levels. In the full version, in the demo we only got 8 levels, I think it was. In the full version you get over 50 levels. There's several different modes, obviously more power-ups and that sort of thing. It comes out on 28th of May. If you pre-order it now, it is only $10. After that, it will be $15. Whether it's worth that money, though, we're still sort of deciding on that. We don't really know. We don't really think
I
it's
probably
worth...
wouldn't pay $15 for it.
If you're really into that sort of thing, yeah, go ahead, spend $10, $15 on it.
It's like something like Peggle you would play, you know? Jump on, have a game. Yeah.
It's good for, like, a bus ride, if you have a laptop.
It'd be cool as an iPhone game.
Alright, second up, we have something from the 4Player podcast, which some of you may know of, or may not know of. We have a video from one of the people named Brad. He was playing Oblivion with one of his summoned bears, I think it was. What it basically is he's got the bear running up the hill. He goes invisible, and he paralyzes the bear, and it just rolls down the hill, and he just repeats this process until when it dies, and it starts ragdolling down the hill, walks up with a giant fireball spell, and launches off the side of the bloody mountain.
That's gonna be the best part, when he climbs all the way to the top, and the bear just keeps going, and he just flares it, fireballs it, fast, it just rolls and rolls.
And it keeps going down to the hill, and it glitches, and it just flies up to the top of the map. You really have to be paying attention to it to just see it go, like, bang, straight up in the air. Alright, lastly on our podcast, we have the portal gun mod for TF2. Alex, would you like to tell us more about it?
Yeah, I saw this mod, and it is just stunning. It's got all its own special custom models for both the portals and the guns. It's really, really good. I mean, the pros and the cons of it, though, it's got its models, but then you can get to places.
You can't really, normally wouldn't be able to get to. You can get the things where you can break the game. We're guessing, if they haven't really thought about it, you can get to places outside the map and trap people outside the map. And
yeah, the portals, really, I think they need to be player, class based. So in the video, there's the guy, there's
a heavy, he gets stuck in between until the portal. He's just bopping in and out where he can't really do anything. He's pretty vulnerable. He's just sitting there, and all the people on the blue team just come up and just roll him.
Just take advantage of him.
Take his lunch money.
Exactly. That's both the cons as well.
Pros are, obviously, you can get to places where you normally wouldn't be able to. Even it's like sort of a double-sided thing.
Yeah, it's very double-sided. But one of the other pros is that your velocity, you can fling yourself on the other side of the map.
It's a new gameplay mechanic. It adds a whole new level of tactics and fun to TF2.
With already fun game. It's at the moment it's only on one server. It's only on the clan server or something. So
well, I don't think the IP address for this server has been posted yet, but when that does, you probably find out.
Yeah. The implementation of the future, I don't know how Valve will go about putting it in their game if they even decide to do that. I think they might just keep it to that server.
They might, they could make it an official mod. It could be very nice. It would be maybe somebody, the clan who made it would be
very happy,
widely recognized. That'd be good for them.
But maybe after the 10th class.
Well, there you have it, the end of our very first Nerdgasm podcast. If you liked it, make sure you tune in and listen next time. Don't forget to send us ideas at nerdgasmpool@gmail.com, or just look at the site. Links for any videos or anything mentioned in the podcast will be posted in the description or on the site. See ya.